Yo, what's good, everybody? Okay, Big Red, you Martin. I got EJ's podcast in here. Salute to you. I was checking you out this morning, EJ. Laughing my ass off early this morning. I don't know who you be snapping on, but that shit be funny. I don't know who you be talking about, but that just be funny. And it seems like every time I wake up in the middle of the night or early in the morning, I'm just looking for something to look at. You always on point. Keep up the good work. Y'all make sure y'all go sub up the Keith James podcast. It's too funny as hell. Y'all know y'all like to hear somebody roast. But salute to everybody, man. We back. You know, I had to go get me a massage, man. Boy, y'all don't know how good that felt. I feel like a new man. Yeah, old Ling got out all them kink. Yeah, Ling was dropping them bowls on me. Feel like a totally new man. So now I can finish up my day off. I got me a nice old drink that I done blended together. I'll let y'all see what I got going on. Yeah, I done blended me old nice drink. I know y'all can see it. Hold on, yeah, I got a whole bunch of fruit, berries, strawberries, all kind of fruit, pineapples, all that stuff. Blended it real good in that Ninja. I dropped one of those alcoholic daiquiris be called. I dropped one of those in there, and then I dropped about a good 5 shots of that peach Crown Royal in there. Yeah, and I blended that all together. I don't know what you're gonna call it, but you're gonna call me toe up in a minute, y'all. I'm getting rolled up. We about to get back into this young snitch life. We about to get into some data teaching. We about to get into some. I'm gonna be covering this YSL case, just in case y'all haven't noticed, just like all the rest of the cases. And I kind of like doing this. I like covering cases. I've always been into, court kind of stuff, all that stuff like that. I watch a lot of that stuff on my free time. So, I be keeping my ears to the street. I be trying to see what's going on. So, I'm going to go ahead and keep y'all informed on what's going on, because there's a lot of valuable lessons that's going into this. Not just, who snitched and who didn't, Oh, shoot. I got kicked out. Yeah, it ain't about who snitching. This is why I leave that thing on my phone. Can you hear me properly? I just want to make sure. But yeah, it ain't about who snitched and who didn't. It's about, teaching the lessons of life, man. Hey, man, these folks ain't lawyers. These niggas will do whatever for $1. Yeah, niggas will come around you, hang around you, swear you their best friend. All because you got a little money. About to keep my ears to the streets. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm about to take my old lady to dinner because she set up that massage for me to make me feel like a new man. So I'm gonna treat her out to I don't know. We might go get a lobster dinner. We might go hit that lobster buffet. I'll see how she said. I'm gonna see how bad this drink got me tore up. If I'm too drunk, we ain't going nowhere too far. We just gonna, try to catch a little Chinese buffet somewhere around here. But if I'm feeling good, that lobster buffet is about 20 minutes away, so I don't want to have to drive too far. But that lobster buffet be busted. But yeah, man, let's get back into what we was into earlier today. Earlier today, I was just talking about these rappers, man. These rappers are getting on my damn nerves. I ain't gonna lie. These rappers, they making me sick. But all this damn capping, all this trying to act hard, all this trying to stay calling somebody else out, all this selective politics. We talked about Boosie and T.I. earlier. We're going to start back right there. Because I showed y'all where Boosie tried to come out and try to be funny about with T.I. because
T.I.
Because T.I., the video that came out of T.I. 2 years ago, talking about how he snitched on his cousin, because his cousin dead, and he put the gun case on his cousin, and say his ass. So just like in true instigator culture vulture fashion, Vlad that had Boosie on his platform for the 1,000th time, and it seemed like it led up to one of those discussions. One of those discussions where it's going to make a divide between two black people, two rappers, two dudes that seemed like friends. Because when Cat Williams was telling both of them niggas how shitty of niggas they is in the game, because you got one nigga that used to have a 16-year-old go around killing people for him. And you got T.I. that, he been around, pushing what he pushing. Snitching, doing this, year and a day and all that stuff like that. And you got both of them, they was teaming up when it was against Charleston White. But now Boosie kind of put out that little, what I'm saying? Boosie kind of do, I think something a little wrong with Boosie in the head. I ain't even gonna lie. But we're gonna start right there first. Let's get into that real quick. I think we got enough people in here. Salute to everybody that rocking with me. Let's get into it, man. I ain't gonna make y'all hold up too long. All right, let's start right here. So T.I. has responded to Boosie. Yeah. So earlier when I played that, we didn't have the official, real clapback yet. We got the real clapback from Boosie. From T.I. now. So let me let y'all hear what Boosie had to say again about T.I. saying that he had to snitch on his dead cousin, and then I'm gonna read what Tip responded with. And I ain't gonna lie, he was got there busting shots back.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat. But I'm gonna tell you like this: when I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying. I think he went up there and just got the fucking talking. You think something happened at 18 years old, right? You gonna hold.
So first of all, if you feel like the man bullshitting and lying, why you coming on here in front of a platform with millions of people and going off on that man like that man don't hold some kind of respect on his name or some shit? Like you ain't know this shit was gonna get out to T.I. Y'all supposed to be homeboys. If I got homeboy like this, nigga, I don't need no motherfucking enemy. Nigga gonna speak on your name all kind of ways just off rumors and shit. And you trying to act like you didn't hear me say it. That man, you acting like you didn't hear that shit. You hear everything else. Nigga, you didn't hear that? You knew about that before y'all went and started confronting Charleston White. Let's keep it 100. And then two, nigga, you sound stupid. If you say anything to the law enforcement, nigga, if this man is dead and nobody's going to jail behind it, you telling me you supposed to fork over millions of dollars in your career, lose out on millions of dollars for a dead nigga? Boosie, you sound stupid as a motherfucker now, bro. Every time this nigga starting to sound dumber and dumber every time he's starting to talk. And I'm starting to just think that the nigga just want the attention, because Boosie got shit that he got going on where he need the attention. He can't afford to not get no attention. He can't afford to not get no attention. So that's why he come out here and say dumb shit like this, because he has to keep pushing this culture. That's Boosie's job. He keep pushing this culture. You 50 years old. You don't want your son out there gang banging and thinking all this. Because if your son got caught up with a nigga right now, Boosie, a nigga that just shot somebody else or whatever, got caught murdering and everything, your son ain't have nothing to do with it. He just got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. You telling me you ain't gonna tell your son he facing 20 years of life? They got him wrapped up in it. You telling me you ain't gonna tell your son the goddamn snitch? You a lying motherfucker. You love your child more than you love these kids you rapping to. I guarantee you, as a parent, you will tell your kid to snitch for him not to do a life sentence, and he ain't did nothing. Or if he had a dead homeboy and they had a pending gun charge, I guarantee you would have told. You try to play too damn tough.
Uncle Heels, I've been around this. You gonna hold that in all them damn time? All this damn time for 20-something years, you gonna hold that in, and it finally came out?
Why admit to that, though?
Why admit to the after? Like, bro, this what I'm saying. T.I., he's saying this happened early in his career.
Right.
Like, when all this was going around with the shit, what they said he on the
when he got busted with the guns.
With the the video when he was doing it for the video, man, the Crime Stopper shit.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm gonna stop it right there. Because he acknowledging that he know about the Crime Stopper shit. Nigga, so you ain't got no problem with the nigga doing Crime Stoppers. But you tripping about him snitching on a dead man? Make that shit make sense, y'all. It's cool for this man to go on Crime Stoppers. And this is what Boosie doing. He doing this shit on purpose. He doing it on purpose. I don't know how much Vlad paid him to come on there. He do this on purpose. And I think he's trying to go at T.I. because T.I. done savaged a project that they had. If I can't get money with you, get money around you. Shit, I might as well get money off of your name. He had to come on Vlad's channel and give Vlad something to go viral off of. He came on here to fucking tap dance for Vlad. Had to get a man something. Cause nobody don't come on there if they ain't giving Vlad something where he can milk off of your ass. And Boosie, of course, he chose Vlad over a long-term friend of T.I. He damn sure didn't mind linking up with T.I. when it was against another nigga. Now you go get with Vlad got their Russian ass, and now you got two artists, big as they self, supposed to be two leaders, going back and forth, making hip-hop look stupid on the behalf of a fucking Vlad TV. Make it make sense. Now, I ain't gonna talk too bad on Vlad because I don't want to get my channel counts again. Yeah, I ain't big enough to be pissing off everybody. I'm trying to piss off people so much because I can't, it's hard for me to rebuild channels. It ain't, I would just open up channels and then I just get, thousands of people all of a sudden. I have to grind that joker from the bottom, so I ain't gonna do too much talking shit about Vlad, but y'all know. It's evident. Let me let Boosie finish with the bullshit.
Yeah, no, well, yeah. Well, like I said, he got busted with a bunch of guns, and he ended up getting a deal which involved him doing Crime Stopper commercials, right?
Right.
And he got very little prison time.
See, Vlad
trying to be slick. Y'all see how he trying to, he wanted to make sure to bring up T.I.'s case. He wanted to make sure to bring up that situation, all that. This shit was so scripted. And Boosie participated in that bullshit. I'm disappointed in Boosie for that. He participated in this bullshit ass goddamn gimmick that Vlad running. Now let me read y'all what Tip said in response. That's what this is right beside it right here that I'm circling around over here. I don't know if y'all see my cursor. This is Tip's response on Instagram. Tip. Yeah, so I don't know if it's you or your OG uncle because, I think I stopped it before it played it, this clip right here particularly didn't have it. I think I played it earlier. But Boosie was like, he got a call from his uncle. And his uncle was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? He ain't rocking with that. His uncle he's saying that his uncle, that's the reason why he was like, man, you doing an album with a nigga that done, you know what I'm saying, snitch. Or pretty much snitched on his dead cousin. So his 60-something-year-old uncle telling him something about some shit with T.I. Don't do a rap album with T.I. because he snitched. His OG uncle. It sounds stupid as fuck. somebody telling you not to get money. Don't rap with a nigga. Nigga, you already knew the nigga had done did the Crime Stopper shit. Your uncle ain't have shit to say about the Crime Stopper? Your uncle ain't have shit to say about the nigga only doing a year and a day for all those guns? Shit, he should have been told you not to do shit if that's the case. Anyway, say, I don't know if it's your OG uncle that needs to see it, but I got my paperwork ready to show. Pull up. My number's the same and my address the same, my nigga. And that's real because, Boosie, we know that you and T.I. are cool. Y'all teamed up when it was Charleston White. You could have called that man. To get on the internet and speak on shit you never spoke to me about is leaving me to believe you've been hiding your heart the whole time. Now that's cold. I never speak certain disrespect on your name, reputation. But if, homie, the convict code say, when in doubt, pull the paperwork out. And if you ain't did that, because y'all noticed that Boosie like, well, if T.I. did the snitch and he'll rap, he used that if with the emphasis. So T.I. trying to use back the if with the emphasis to be funny. If it was a certain question or confusion about anything I said, you could have called and asked. So you can report back and tell your OG uncle. Hold on, let me see. Report back, tell your
the
OG
T.I.
uncle.
situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal wise, and you quit.
So you could have went back and you could have told your uncle, or you could have pulled up and checked the black and white like I'm offering. Now, either way though, my nigga, I ain't bound to no nigga opinion of me. Cause what they think will never overrule what I know. So don't wonder no more, homie. Answer the if. Pull up and report back to the rest of these niggas who opinions matter so much to you. So he pretty much telling the nigga pull up and get this paperwork, and then you go back reporting these niggas that opinions so much matter to you where you don't want to release the album and get money because you listening to a motherfucking DJ Vlad and a whole bunch of niggas on the internet. I feel Tip right here. I ain't always in agreement with Tip, but I definitely feel him on this statement right here. Let me see reading on. So, what else he got here? Cause I could give a fuck about what no nigga think about me. The tail should never wag the dog. Leadership leads with facts and stats. We don't follow no fantasy land shit. Remember that. And I ain't bending my knees for nothing or fearing nothing but God. So come on and see what you speaking about so next time you can speak intelligently. I expect more for you. This shit ain't solid. Obviously, I thought we was something we wasn't. So you done fucked up a good friendship. You ain't your son and his son friends. So imagine the little bone that you done threw in between even y'all kids being friends. Their relationship. All because he worried about what niggas saying on the internet. Y'all about to drop an album. Nigga drop the album, nigga. Niggas being new Tip was snitching. That ain't being stop shit. That man ain't speak out when you was talking about when Gangsta Terrence Williams was saying that nigga you was snitching. You ain't see Tip jump on that bandwagon. So that was really some clown shit Boosie did. Really some clown shit, my nigga. I don't know if the nigga really getting that desperate for attention and money where he just starting to speak out on clown shit and do clown shit. And that's what we respecting out of our rappers. Like the older I get, the more I'm starting to see the clowns in this rap industry and shit. Niggas that you used to respect. And then you ask yourself, why do I respect that nigga? If it's a certain rapper, you be like, why do I respect that dude? And it used to be because you used to think that they was a street dude. I used to think Boosie was a street dude. Oh, he a killer, this and that. I'm like, hold on, I shouldn't be respecting no dumbass shit like that. This nigga had a young 16-year-old, that could have been my son, around here killing niggas for $1,200. You're a mind manipulator. You just like Young Thug. You just like all these other rappers and shit. Y'all niggas are a cancer to the community. I never liked your fucking music. I can't say you make good music. You made an alright song or two. Cause I got homeboys that rap way better than fucking Boosie. I don't know what the fuck was so special about the nigga from the beginning. Now Tip is really talented. I give him that. I ain't picking sides of who I like or not. Neither one of these niggas, I don't really fuck with neither one of these niggas no more because I done seen the flaw in a lot of these rappers. It ain't too many rappers I can say I really rock with. I mean, I might listen to some music, but as far as looking at y'all niggas' images, y'all niggas are looking like clowns nowadays. Y'all definitely destroying the community. Definitely that. And that's amazing that you'll see a nigga throw away a good relationship just because he want to goddamn worry about what the fuck these folks saying. Boosie, slap yourself, Boosie. Slap your damn self. I just knew. I just thought he was better. Boosie was better than that, y'all. I thought Boosie was better than that. That's all. I'm disappointed in that way. Anyway, let's get on to our next talking point. Let's get on to our next topic. How y'all doing, man? Y'all made sure y'all hit that like button when y'all came in. Cause these damn webbers, man, these rappers, man, let me get into more how they like to tell on themselves. So let's get back into this YSL situation. Of course you still had you had Young Thug's sister, you know, going off. This man, like I say, this man is damn near the devil, man. Everything around him is all destruction. All destruction. He got his sisters arguing, his baby mama arguing with his sister. They cussing each other out, going back and forth on the internet, talking about who he done told on or who done did this or who done did that. But now let me we're gonna get back into that interrogation. We're gonna do part 2 of that interrogation also. But let me give y'all a little rundown on how many people this man done been responsible for lives taken, lives changing, and all that stuff like that. But let me pull up this what his baby mama was saying real quick first. To kind of give y'all a scope of what's going on inside of the circle of the chaos that this man creates everywhere he goes. Salute, boss man. That Webby was the real talent. Webby was alright, don't get me wrong, but Webby was just as thick as Boosie, man. You ever heard all that weird shit that Webby be talking about? Man, like Webby get mad and get drunk. Webby say some weird ass stuff, man. I heard Webby tell a nigga he'll fuck him in his ass or some shit like that. It was some super goddamn gay ass shit, bro. I lost all respect for Webby after that. Yeah, I lost all respect. That nigga said something like super suspect ass shit. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Man. Okay, so let me find this one with this young lady giving it up. Yeah, I couldn't deal. After I heard that weirdo stuff, yeah, I couldn't deal with Webby. And Webby, I always liked the Webby more than I liked the Thug. I mean, not Thug, but Boosie. All right, let me see if this the one where she's. Okay, hold on. I think it's this. The Young Thug baby mama exposed YSL members. I hope it's the one I seen earlier. It's a real good one. Salute, One Life, Roy H. Tamika. There's so many of these thugs videos where these folks exposing their ass. Admit. Hold in there, y'all. I got y'all. Because I definitely want to play this part where she was telling about just the thing that's the stuff that's going on, the stuff that's being said, like she said, niggas been breaking in Thug's house. You got cats that's talking about free Young Thug, but at the same time, they're breaking in his house. You got Gunna trying to get out his contract. So he's in probate court trying to sue Thug for what she said. She says his sister is on the witness list, which is wild. I mean, damn. You're saying this man's sister is on the witness list? She's gonna snitch on him? I'm talking about, if your own sister gonna snitch on you in court, you know you done did some real shit. You know you done did some messed up stuff in real life. Salute, Monica Hollis. Yo, I don't know why these videos get kind of lost every time I had it pulled up. There's a specific one that I'm looking for. Well, until I find that real quick, I'm gonna play this quick video because I want y'all to be identified with what Thug is really the kind of stuff that he's linked to. So let's listen to this rundown on kind of what everything that's kind of going down with Young Thug as far as with Lucci and a lot of things that y'all might have not been 100% familiar with. So I found a good breakdown of some stuff that I had already knew about anyway, but this video described it perfectly down to the T as far as with Fannie Willis, and it's gonna line up with this the rest of the interrogation video that we're about to go over. So we're about to do part 2 of the interrogation video of YSL Woody. He's the one that got the whole RICO case going on Young Thug. Now there's some shocking stuff in this video that I'm about to show y'all. Turned out that dude YSL Woody, y'all know the dude I was showing y'all the other day, and he was just telling everything. Man, he was fucking a police officer. Yeah, they was, man, y'all just pay attention. Because when this trial come up, I want y'all to be fully informed and right along with me on path when I'm exposing a lot of stuff that, you know, probably screw over a lot of people's head with what's going on. So fair use, fair use. Now, I bet this video right here, with him doing all that, when they play this shit in trial, this might be the first shit that they pull out when they open the statement. This is gonna be the first thing they pull out in the opening statement. Did y'all used to notice Thug used to have a grill like a motherfucking car wreck? Boy, I thought my shit was fucked up. God damn. That nigga Thug used to have a car wreck grill. It's a good thing that nigga got rich, boy. Cause he damn sure would have been a killer. A nigga that ugly and fucked up, they can't do nothing else but kill for the rest of their life. I ain't lying. Yeah, boy, this nigga was fucked up. Let me turn down the music just a little bit.
Rabies.
All that chit chat they got to look on security.
The what?
Now, of course, y'all see this wabbit right here. All that shit was cool. All of it was cool when everybody was, when all the money was coming in and the fans and you got everybody kissing your ass. But as soon as the folks get you in there, yes ma'am. Is YSL a gang? Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
YSL Rico case.
YSL Rico case?
YSL Rico case.
YSL Rico.
Like I say, it's all fun and games. All fun and games right now. When they wiping noses. Salute, Dakota. All fun and games.
For the last 2 months, I've been trying to wrap my head around how the DA could put Young Thug and company away for good.
I've made no secret about it, nor any apology that as the district attorney of Fulton County, my number one focus is targeting gangs.
This is the one.
Now, y'all remember when that dude was in that interrogation room, and we're going to go back through that video. Y'all remember when that dude was in that interrogation room, and that lady was like, she went out there, and she was like, well, she said she ain't going to come down tonight. And she kept trying to go call the lady. She kept trying to go call somebody. That's who she was trying to call. She was trying to call Fanny. Like, yeah, I got a dude down here right now. He's telling everything that Thug been up to, all that shit. We didn't see that whole video, but boy, that boy been working for a long time.
That you see the shadow in the back of the room. He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime.
I've come across suspicious lyrics.
This, that slime, this, that mob, the judge, YSL.
Hey, mother.
Now imagine how that judge feeling right there. He gotta say fuck the judge. Like, damn nigga, you feel like that? I gotta read out fuck the judge. Look how much this dumbass nigga told on himself. Once you start seeing the details that's coming out about what the nigga did, to the outside eye, y'all be like, oh, that's just rap. But to the people that it adds up to, be like, hold on, nigga, you gonna do this shit and tell on yourself?
The trenches, then I had beat a few bodies like Boosie.
YSL brothers turning on each other and getting slapped on the wrist plea deals.
The deal that set Gunna free, a major development in a huge racketeering case. The Atlanta-born rapper, Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors and walked out of the Fulton County Jail late this afternoon.
But above all, I want to take you to the 10th of January 2015 and show you how one McDonald's meeting could eradicate YSL as we know it.
Man, shout out ATL Uncut, man. Straight up, man. Salute to you, big boy. We fucking with you. Yeah,
Now I want y'all to I got to stop this point right here, because see, this photo right here is telling you where Young Thug Rico trial started at. It started with these two guys right here, kinda. I ain't gonna say fully, but I'm gonna say a lot of it started right here. That big dude that y'all see with the headband, with the red headband and the red jacket, that's Big Nut. That name is gonna come up a real lot, y'all. Y'all need to remember that name, because that name comes up so much. It's connected with so many killings. It's connected with so many shootings behind this guy. Now, right there beside him is YFN Lucci. If you're a fan of hip hop, you know who YFN Lucci is. Yeah, that's 3 years right there, in my opinion. Blue Halima.
I got one of the biggest bloods in America with you, my you did. Atlanta, Georgia.
Now, wouldn't this be considered snitching in some of these niggas' categories? This man said, I got the biggest blood in Atlanta, Georgia, right here with me. put the camera on this wabbit, and this wabbit throw up all the gang signs right there on camera. Just give it to the feds. I mean, goddamn, but niggas back in the day, the niggas that raised me would have never, like, bro, I ain't even, like, you can't even find no pictures of me back in the day. So I used to think that, you know, like, I got trained, even though I was a small time drug dealer, I got trained not to take photos, not to get on camera saying shit. These weapons these days, though, boy, they'll tell on everything. Tell on their damn self. This nigga said, I got one of the biggest bloods with me. I'm a rapper. I love how they self-snitch. Tell on yourself. Get yourself off the street. Big dummy. Because it's niggas like you that make dangerous little niggas that my little son got to walk around with. Because while you was running around here promoting guns and promoting lipstick and wearing dresses and fingernails, I had a teenage son that was influenced. He wasn't influenced by Young Thug. Could have easily been influenced by Young Thug. The people around him are influenced by Young Thug. I watched my city go from a whole bunch of just, you know, it was a lot of neighborhood games, but now all of a sudden people are starting to holler flat and blood, slime this, slime that. Like, y'all don't know how much influence Thug has put on the young nation.
Big shout out to Bird. YMCMB.
Big shout out to Birdman, YMCMB, after you throw up 40 gang signs. That nigga Birdman, like, nigga, stay away from me, bro. Lil Wayne, like, stay away from me, nigga. Well, he already done had somebody shoot at Lil Wayne, so Wayne don't fuck with him like that.
Hey, Rich gang, YSL.
Even if you're vaguely informed on the YSL RICO case, I think it's safe to say we're all familiar with this one name, Donovan Nat Thomas, a high-ranking member of the Inglewood Bees and YFN Lucci's manager. I want to retrack YSL's role in his demise and hopefully highlight how and why King Slime orchestrated Nat's fatal demise. It's late December 2014. Young Thug is with Kenneth Copeland and they're looking to rent a silver Infiniti Q50 for his...
Did y'all hear that name? He said 2014, Young Thug was with Kenneth Copeland. Hold on, let me go back. Can y'all see that? Y'all see him right there.
Slime orchestrated Nat's fatal demise. It's late December 2014. Young Thug is with Kenneth Copeland.
Kenneth Copeland. Do that dude look familiar, y'all? Do that dude look familiar? Can y'all tell me who that dude is on that screen? That's with Young Thug in 2014. This story that this man is about to tell, he's about to tell the story of how Big Nut got killed. Who is that dude right beside that man? Do anybody recognize who that dude is? Well, if you don't recognize who that dude is, if y'all was here, I think it was last night when I did the live or the night before, and I did the live on the interrogation, and that dude that was telling everything, he had something to tell about 21 Savage. He had something to tell about all about Thug, how he don't fuck with Thug, he don't like to be around this nigga, cause the nigga stupid, he keep doing this and that, he's paying niggas to do this and that. Him and that snitch was best motherfucking friends.
Copeland, and they're looking to rent a silver Infiniti Q50 for his YSL henchman. A few days into the new year of 2015, while residents...
They was looking for this man. So this man telling the police, y'all know he the one told Woody. Yeah, y'all know that's Woody. He the one told how Nut got killed. He the one gave them the information of who was involved, who wanted him dead. How did he know that?
Residents of Atlanta are jotting down their New Year's resolutions. Young Thug posts a picture alongside his YSL henchman with the caption, "We ain't going back and forth." And this wasn't any generic rap lyric, it was a warning. And it turns out King Slime had resolutions of his own that needed straightening. So, on January the 10th, Tudor, Doo-Wop, Yakodi, Nod, SB, and Yen.
Now, all of these guys right here, I can go show y'all the court appearance that we just been watching a couple of weeks ago when I was covering the court appearance. All of these guys are right there in the damn courtroom. Now they don't have the light skinned dude up right now, the one that tried to tell his baby mama to move the gun. He ain't up here. But y'all remember the dude right there in the middle with the dread? That's the dude that actually pulled the trigger to shooting at. I just showed a video yesterday on him. 1090 Jake did a great job on, on exposing who that guy was. And he not only shot Nut, but he's responsible for shooting another woman too when they were at the store. The dude that was the light-skinned dude that told this girl to move the phone and what's the name? That's the case that he got caught up in. They got in the car. They followed this dude that is supposed to be a hit on him. I believe that's who the snitch was trying to tell them somebody gonna die tonight. I believe that's who ended up, they end up shooting at. All of it collabs up now. Now we done heard that snitch interrogation. But that light-skinned boy, he was in the back seat and he got caught up with this dude shooting into the car of somebody, enemy that they had, shot the wrong person. The driver ended up dying, which would end up being a female. The dude, the SB dude, the dude in the middle, he's the dude that they seen at the JJ Chicken Hut. And then the girl followed them. No, I think that was Scarface. That might be Scarface. It could be him too, though. But they followed him and they shot up the car, and the driver died on that one too. The girl got shot in the face, died immediately, crashed the car. His lungs ended up getting collapsed, and his girlfriend, ended up losing her leg. Remember, I told y'all, Thug already, his baby mama got killed behind all this mess too. So much bloodshed. So many innocent people died. Oh yeah, he got killers on payroll. And this is what they did.
10th, Tudor, Doo-Wop, Yakodi, Nod, SB, and Young Thug all crammed themselves into that Infiniti Q50 and ride to McDaniel Street on Castleberry Hill. On their way there, Young Thug receives a call from an inmate inside Fulton County Jail. It's Lil Duke, and Slime tells him they're on their way to do a major hit, and as the conversation ends, they drive past Big.
Now, did y'all just hear what he said? They riding around in this car. That was the rental car. Remember in court, they was talking about they went to Hurt and they got the rental record. Now, that's something that they had to throw out because they said that they got that illegally. But Thug did rent that car. This dumbass nigga, a nigga called from the jailhouse phone. And you telling the nigga y'all about to go slide on the mother. Man, you gotta be the dumbest nigga in the world. I don't blame people for snitching no more one life. I'm with you. Shit, nigga, I'm starting to feel like Charles the White these days, my nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. So fuck you holding any integrity for these niggas for. Niggas don't want you to snitch on them, but they gonna annoy you when you get locked up. They don't send you no money. Them niggas try to fuck your old lady. Them niggas will kill you if they can. Who the fuck want to be a part of a game that don't give a fuck about you?
Nut, who's outside a barbershop with a 20-year-old man. Young Thug is dropped off a nearby alley and instructs the foreman to meet him.
Now, did y'all just hear that? This man was outside of a barbershop. Kids are at barbershops. So he seen that this man was outside, and it sounded like he said it was a 10-year-old. This nigga had no regard for that 10-year-old. He didn't say, let us follow this nigga. Let's make sure we get our target. Nigga ain't got no regard. Oh, this nigga over here, this the nigga that we seen that was in that audio yesterday. Remember when we was watching the video and the niggas shot at the person, and then they had to do the high speed chase in the Audi. They caught these two niggas here. These are niggas that they ain't letting go because these niggas involved with a murder. He involved with Nut murder, and he involved with that Audi murder, with that woman getting shot. And one of them niggas shot at the police. And yeah, Gotti was with them when they went and killed Nut also. He in the interrogation room snitching too. I might play his interrogation video also. But he ain't snitching as bad as Buddy from that we looked at last night.
Him at a McDonald's after doing the hit, and as young by Ellie, and
I'm gonna rewind that back just a little bit so y'all can hear it in full without me stopping it, so y'all can know what's going on. So I want y'all to be informed right along with me. I'm keeping my ears to the street, and just in case you don't know where to get this information from, I'll bring it right on to you because it's a teachable moment. It's very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. It's also a very learning moment, and it's like you see these niggas like this is the only how you could teach on this stuff because you have to look at this shit yourself. Like, man, y'all niggas be cap, bro. I knew y'all was cap. I knew a whole bunch of niggas in dresses and fucking paint fingernails and tight ass jeans and all y'all bitch ass niggas. Y'all niggas be hoes, bro. Can't fight worth a lick. They got a whole bunch of guns though. I ain't gonna lie. And as long as you keep feeding these niggas money, of course they could just pay another dumbass nigga to do whatever they want to. Niggas so impressionable these days. It's sad.
Receives a call from an inmate inside Fulton County Jail. It's Lil Duke, and Slime tells him call from an inmate on Castleberry Hill. King Slime had resolutions of his own that needed straightening. So, on January the 10th, Tudor, Doo-Wop, Gotti, Nod, SB, and Young Thug all crammed themselves into that Infiniti Q50 and ride to McDaniel Street on Castleberry Hill. On their way there, Young Thug receives a call from an inmate inside Fulton County Jail. It's Lil Duke, and Slime tells him they're on their way to do a major hit, and as the conversation ends, they drive past Big Nut, who's outside a barbershop with a 20-year-old man. Young Thug is dropped off a nearby alley and instructs the foreman to meet him at a McDonald's after doing the hit, and as Young Thug starts the engine to his white Jeep, the Infiniti Q50 spins the block once more. SB spots his target, rolls down the window, and
so what these fools did, they sat right here and told the person that's in jail that called, we about to go do a major hit. And as they was doing that, they sitting here on the phone with this nigga while they talking to thugs. Like, yeah, here, I'm about to get in the Jeep. Here, y'all get this car. They having a conversation about what they about to do, but they dumbass on the phone. These niggas ain't never did no time before. They so high on perks and dope and all this shit here. They don't know that they telling on themselves. You don't need nobody to snitch on you when you're telling on yourself. Yeah, they talking about the hit while they on the phone. See, that's why I'm doing this iceberg thought. Because see, a lot of people don't really know the details. We're gonna see, hey, thugs, nah, the devil is in the details. This nigga is the devil, man. This nigga is the devil. Everything around him died. He influenced, he man, bruh. That shit that nigga singing that weird ass shit, that's motherfucking devil music. These niggas talked on the phone, totally man, please. Nigga, you deserve to be locked up. You do dumb ass shit like that.
Young Thug is dropped off a nearby alley and instructs the foreman to meet him at a McDonald's after doing the hit. And as Young Thug
so you can hear on the phone Thug instructing them to meet him at the McDonald's. That's why they wanted that phone when they went to Thug's house. That's why it was very important for them to get that. That's why it was very important for Thug's defense to try to get that evidence thrown out. Because remember, Thug did get them to throw out the search warrant that they got from the Hertz place because that was a false search warrant. He got them to throw that out. And he got them to throw out the search warrant when they came in his house and took his phone and got all those text messages and shit to collab with what they already knew. Thug helped his case by getting both of those sold out. But what they hurt him at, before they sold out, when they sold out that shit, nobody knew that they threw those cases out But then they got Gunna and they got all the niggas to say YSL is a gang. YSL is not a label. I've seen niggas do gang shit. You got all the witnesses. Now those witnesses, I don't know how reliable they're gonna be. They lawyer probably gonna run through them witnesses like, man, nigga, ain't you here just to try to get time knocked off? Didn't you do this, that, and the third? Wouldn't you say this, that, and the third? Like, he got a defense now. He definitely got a defense. So with them getting the search warrant where they went in his house and got the phone, and they actually had the phone records, they had the text messages, they had everything they needed, but they had to throw that out because it came from an illegal search warrant. I think the homie was talking about some of that stuff earlier. Iceberg Thought. But this is why. But no need to worry because if they don't get it, the feds are gonna pick this case up. If because the state done fucked up a lot. The state they fucked up a lot with this. The feds gonna come back and get it. Yeah. They gonna drag this nigga. This nigga sold his soul to the devil when he put on that dress, and when he been said he sold his soul to the devil. He sold his soul to the devil, and he's coming back to get his motherfucking. He's coming back. He coming to get what you owe him, buddy. Yeah, he coming to get it, buddy.
That's the engine to his white Jeep. The Infiniti Q50 spins the block once more. SB spots his target, rolls down the window, and
he was, quote, first a family man and a man of the community. He was caring and always looked out for anyone he came into contact with. He will surely be missed in my life. Police believe the two adult men and a 14-year-old were targeted. Outside the
2 adult men and a 14-year-old were targeted. So y'all actually, they believe that they actually targeted the 14-year-old. This is the spot, apparently, what they shot up right here. Barbershop. Man could walk outside the barbershop. Dude come around and, the dude ain't have no problem. He just did it in furtherance of the game. Do y'all think that, y'all think Gunna knew about this, y'all? Yeah.
This barbershop ended the life of 26-year-old Donovan Thomas and left 2 others.
Shout out to ATL Uncut, man. Straight up, man. Salute to you, big boy. We fucking with you, man.
the 4 men then drive to a McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue that's 12 minutes away from Castleberry Hill, where they meet Kenneth Copeland and Young Thug, who is patiently waiting for his henchmen. He gives them each money, accompanied by one message: lay low.
Now, he gave all these rabbits some money, told them to lay low. And who told them that? The snitch, the one we about to check him out in a minute, and his doing what he do great. I appreciate that, sir.
Get up, man. Salute to you, big boy. We fucking with you, man.
The 4 men then drive to a McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue that's 12 minutes away from Castleberry Hill, where they meet Kenneth Copeland and Young Thug, who is patiently waiting for his henchmen. He gives them each money, accompanied by one message: lay low.
Number 7, defendant was told by another YSL associate that immediately after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates met at the McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, to discuss the murder. Number 9, on January the 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., defendant and other YSL associates gathered at the home of Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, who gave defendant and other YSL associates cash money to lay low.
Young Thug would then call the head honcho of the gang stationed in New York and tells him sacrifices must be made, soldiers must fall in order for the battle.
Now, this is the type of shit that this nigga here talks about on the phone, and the points where other people can hear. So the dude that he was talking to in prison, he already done put you on the chopping block, my guy. Why wouldn't you think that he would? You think that man don't want to get out? Defendant Jeffrey Williams, associate YSL, and Kyle Ory, the leader of a criminal street gang, sex, money, murder. Remember, I did some stories about them. Did exchange in conversation with one another. And the conversation stated, sacrifices must be made. Soldiers must fall in order for battle to be won. My bad. So the 14-year-old that got shot in the mix of that, he felt like he was just a sacrifice. The women that, you know, that got shot in the face while she was riding with the dude that he sunk to do this hit, and the woman that lost her leg, he felt like they were sacrificed. His baby mama that got killed because he tried to put this hit allegedly on Lucci while he's locked up. That's a sacrifice. All this bloodshed to this rabbit is just a sacrifice. Y'all better think about it. Think about it. Think about it. And see, he the only one on display right now. He ain't the only one that's doing this type of activity. He's just the only one on display right now.
How to be won. 16 days after Nat's demise, he would post this haunting caption on his Instagram. So, lie to his mama, lie to their children.
Defendant Jeffrey Williams, associate of YSL, did appear in a video released on social media 16 days after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. stated, so a nigga lied to their mama, lied to their kids, lied to their brothers and sisters, then get right into the courtroom and tell God honest truth. Don't get it. Y'all niggas need to be fucking killed, bro. From me and YSL. And the overt act is this overt act is a furtherance of conspiracy. So this is, once you are under investigation of a murder, putting this on the internet is not a good idea. Cause this is what it put. So a nigga lie on their mama, lie to their kids, and lie to their brothers and sisters, but get on the stand in the courtroom and tell the God honest truth. Y'all niggas need to get fucking killed, bro. From me and YSL. He didn't just say, he could have left it at y'all niggas need to be killed. That's a broad statement. But you made it definitely like, y'all, he was talking about YSL Lucci or somebody in connection with that at the time. And remember, when we go watch this interrogation video, this dude is telling how Young Thug wanted somebody so bad. He wanted them so bad. He wanted them so bad. Remember, this was 2001 that man was in that interrogation room. We see how the trial going now. We see kind of the information coming out now. But this is what he was telling them in 2001. So we wondering how Fannie Willis just come up with all this stuff. This is where it came from.
Lie to their brothers and sisters, then get into the courtroom and tell the God honest truth. I don't get it. You all need to get killed. From me and YSL.
Couple of weeks after that hit, at least according to the indictment, Jeffrey Williams spoke to a fellow who was he had to be in jail, who was a leading member of Sex Money, which is a street gang that's based out of New York. And there's an outtake from that phone tap where Thug is basically talking about how, sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
And the crazy thing about it, y'all, when they play this stuff in court, because they're gonna play this stuff in court. Oh, and you ain't gonna hear about it. They gonna play it. That's why I say this trial gonna take about a year. Because there's so many defendants. It could take longer than a year. It could take probably a year and a half. So many defendants, so many testimonies, so many statements. He's probably gonna have to take a plea deal. Yeah, 2001. 2001 is when the interrogation video that I went over. That was in 2001. I mean, not 2001. 2021. Sorry. 2021. I see what you're saying. 2021.
A couple of days later, thugs on social media talking about how people who testify in court should be. And the implication is Donovan Thomas was killed because he was some sort of government informant.
October the 27th, Kenneth Copeland is in South Fulton. He's driving the vehicle of one Aaliyah Jackson, who is a police officer at the South Fulton Police Department.
Now, I want y'all to remember that, because now we're back talking about the snitch, y'all. I'm just calling him the snitch so everybody will know, well, there's so many snitches, so it's kind of hard for me to say the snitch. I don't want to pluralize it. But if y'all remember into the interrogation video that we watched, and she asked him what his girlfriend name, what did he say his girlfriend name was, y'all? I pay attention. If you was paying attention, they asked him what his girlfriend name was. Her name was Aaliyah. She was a cop. So this nigga was out here running with thugs with a girlfriend that was the police. Now think about how much shit can be slid in the mix now if this man is fucking the police. So remember, I told y'all, I think the nigga was fucking the investigator, the one that was in that room investigating. These niggas are self-police. They don't even need nobody else to be the police.
Of one Aaliyah Jackson, who is a police
investigators say Aaliyah Jackson, 27, who joined the police force in 2019. So she was newly a police. He was fucking with her probably before she started being a police. Already in her head. And this nigga still was getting locked up like a motherfucker. How you fucking with the police and still stay locked up? I'm gonna go back just a little bit.
October the 27th, Kenneth Copeland is in South Fulton. He's driving the vehicle of one Aaliyah Jackson, who is a police officer at the South Fulton Police Department, and she's in a romantic relationship with Kenneth Copeland, a known YSL member.
Slack YSL for life.
Driving a police officer's car. What could possibly go wrong? Well, he's stopped by the police and they found him armed and dangerous.
So he and his girlfriend car, who the police. Nah, it ain't freezing. I had to slide it back. He and his girlfriend car, that's the police. Get pulled over. The case began when Copeland was pulled over while driving Jackson's car. Meadows said officers found a gun inside during the traffic stop. Arrested Copeland, charging him with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. This man got more possession of a firearm by a convicted felon than I ever seen in my life. Because y'all remember, even when he came in this 2001, or this might have been why he came in. This must be what he's talking about. Yeah, this got to be what they're talking about. Because the interview we about to watch, this is the situation. Because he was in her car, Aaliyah, and he got found with a gun. And that's when he really started snitching.
Stopped by the police and they found him armed and dangerous. He's taken in for interrogation, but the detectives didn't care about what was found in his girlfriend's car. They want to know about one thing: the involvement of Jeffrey Williams in Nat's demise.
Why is he under attack?
He's like the easy target. So if somebody gets arrested and gets in trouble and they want a deal, law enforcement officers are all too eager to say, well, tell us about Mr. Williams. Is he involved in this? What do you know about him?
After
And as we can see, that ain't what happened. They wanted to just take the nigga to jail. This nigga said, hey, let me give you some information. Why y'all won't let me do this? Let me do it, please. Please let me snitch on this nigga. He wouldn't let them take no for an answer. Shit, all they just had to do is negotiate. They just couldn't figure out. They were like, shit, well, what's a good exchange? Shit. You ain't even got no serious charge. You just in here on some traffic charge. Like, you ain't even like, you giving us a big fish for a small worm. Shit. Hey, they couldn't believe the big fish that they was getting for those tiny worms. Man, please. They didn't have to trade nothing to get thugs. Boy, this story here worse than Paid in Full. Y'all thought that nigga, what that nigga name was? That killed Mitch. That nigga that just got killed. What his name is, y'all? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all see I'm buffering? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Streets, boy, the streets don't love nobody.
After the interrogation, he sends a text out to fellow YSL members Scarface, saying they want to indict us on that board.
Defendant D'Amico Garlington, associate of YSL, did receive a communication through social media from another YSL member with Woody, aka Kendall Copeland, stating they trying to indict us on that body. And overwrote fact of further. This nigga say they try to see. They looking at details. They trying to indict us on that body. He ain't saying trying to indict us on a body or somebody body. They saying something about nigga. What happened to this? Hey, bro, call me. I got to holler at you, bro. I got to call you and call me on the payphone or something. But these young niggas, though. Way over their head.
Police would find out about the text and take Kenneth's phone to be used as evidence. But after Aaliyah, his girlfriend, found out she wasn't gonna watch the police potentially indict her boyfriend, so she would try deleting all the evidence that would.
Now this shit for Brian Hill. The police girlfriend, she got a whole career in front of her. And she got this wabbit here that she loves so much. He already done jumped out her car. Because remember when we watched the investigation video, they was investigating because he jumped out of her car. She's a police officer. That shit gotta get told all kind of shit. And she's still trying to delete his Instagram account and all this, doing all this shit is his gang activity. Man, just say, hey bro, I can't fuck with you no more. But
implicate her boyfriend, and well, things didn't go her way.
Former City of South Fulton police officer accused of abusing her badge to protect her boyfriend. Investigators say 27-year-old Aaliyah Jackson, who joined the city's police force in 2019, was booked into jail last month on felony charges after she tried to interfere with a major police operation targeting Metro Atlanta's most notorious drug dealers and members. Among the
I remember seeing this when I was in Atlanta, y'all. I just didn't know that a year or so later that I would be fucking reporting some shit on YouTube about it. And at this time, they ain't say nothing about it was related to, you know what I'm saying, with thugs and shit. But I remember thinking in my head, I was like, damn, police officers fucking with. But at the same time, there was a lawyer that got killed up there because she was fucking with gang members and stuff. You know, they like the bad boys. Think a nigga won't be fucking around and fucking one of them interrogators, giving them all that kind of information. This nigga was fucking the police and the interrogator, bro. I gotta give it to the nigga. He might be a fuck up in life, but this nigga, these niggas on some demon shit. All these niggas devils. This nigga, do you notice how many people done died around this nigga? Between him and Thug? You know how many lives been changed behind them motherfuckers? And I ain't talking about prosperous. These niggas are devils working together. What you talking about?
Suspects, Jackson's boyfriend, Kenneth Copeland, a convicted felon and documented member who served time in federal prison in 2018.
And after all this drama, the evidence against him, what his girlfriend tried doing, and the charges he potentially faced, Kenneth Copeland would start squealing, naming everybody who was involved in Nuts drive-by, Young Thug being the henchman after the slaying, and personally admitted to SB being the triggerman. With the evidence detectives now had against King Slime and Copeland agreeing to become a witness against the YSL, everybody who was pushing P would soon start pushing P's.
And now we at what we at right now. Like I say, we seen the interrogation video where he told on every last one of them words.
Search Young Thug's house because they believed that there was every excuse for the entire arrest warrant, frankly, was a predicate, an excuse for them to go and search Young Thug's house because they believed that there was evidence there that they could use to tie him to the Thomas murder. Here's why the phone is significant. Martinez Arnold called from jail from a recorded phone line, somebody who had their cell phone in the car that was used as in the drive-by.
Right.
From that, they were able to look at the other phone and pick up off of all the cell phone towers.
Right. Who was where?
Like who was where, whose other phones were in the car, where was the car, and then they could start picking it up off of license plate readers all over town and a camera where you could see the license plate, which you could lead to the
Not
see where I'm
all.
going.
Not smart at all.
So my understanding is Martinez Arnold also called Young Thug. Like, and I don't know when. I don't know if it was before or after or what. Having the phone in evidence allows you to demonstrate that.
Now, that's where it got sticky at, y'all. Because they can have Thug by the balls. But that's what Thug's lawyer got thrown out, y'all. Because they wasn't supposed to go in that house and search his house because Thug came outside and they were supposed to just take Thug because they didn't have a search warrant for his house. They were just supposed to arrest him right there, not go in his house. They went in his house without the warrant. Talking about they had a probable cause, which they didn't. Found the phone, used the phones to do what he was just explaining right here. And they almost had it as a slam dunk because they already went and got the records from the rental place, the Hurt. But Thug's lawyer also got that thrown out because that was illegal. They did that the wrong way. So the two key things here, Thug does have in his favor. What he don't have in his favor is the dude that was sitting here hollering about, you know, slime like flat, all the killing and this and that, you know, that he was controlling their mind with out here making the statements that they're making. Now, y'all know if those dudes happen to come up missing or can't testify, there'll still be there's a mountain of evidence, y'all. Like old boy said, man, they following him, they watching everything he do. Man, please. Just watch this dummy.
The DA's main goal is to convict everyone who was involved in Nut slaying, those involved in fueling the YFN-YSL war, and the one who was involved in Nut slaying, those involved
with the offense murder for said accused of full county state, 14 March 2000, they did unlawfully with the malice after thought. So, him again, shooting him with firearms for that law. Okay.
involved in fueling the YFN-YSL war, and the kingpin himself, Young Thug. Everybody else will be used to paint Young Thug and the rest of YSL as ruthless savages.
I don't know if everybody's the same, but one thing I can say is I honestly can see every person that tell. I honestly can see them telling. I don't never.
That shit, that ain't age good. That didn't age good. Hey, but this is why this right here, this conversation right here, is a perfect example of why sometimes you should take heed and listen. And this is a moment where he probably was in too deep. It wasn't nothing he could do to probably reverse the clock at this moment of when he did this interview right here. If Thug would have just stopped at only killing that one dude and said, okay, we're gonna leave it at that, you know what I'm saying? And he would have left the YSL Lucy shit alone. He'd have left the whoever this dude that y'all remember the dude was telling about who was gonna get killed. Somebody gonna get killed tonight. Somebody gonna get killed tonight. If he'd have stopped, he said, man, he want this dude so bad. He want this dude so bad. Like Thug was on a bloodthirst. He wanted to kill so many people. He had a lineup. That man will still be killing till right now. These folks ain't got no choice but to try to get this man off the street. Because the thing about it, if you was killing your target, that's one thing. But it's too many innocent people getting killed in between this shit. That's the problem. You got reckless shooters. And you talking about sacrifice. But this right here is the realest shit you gonna see right here, y'all. When
everybody else will be used to paint Young Thug and the rest of YSL as ruthless savages.
This is Wallow and Gilly about to predict the future.
I don't know if everybody's the same, but one thing I can say is I honestly can see every person that tell. I honestly can see them telling. I won't never be surprised by somebody telling. I can damn near tell you who will tell.
So you're a rat identifier.
Yes, sir.
I've divided everyone from YSL who got a plea deal into 3 camps. The call from jail camp. YSL rapper Lil Duke pleaded guilty to being a member of YSL the Gang, and all his charges were.
So YSL Lil Duke, we don't hear too much about him right now. But trust me, if whatever he told, it's gonna come to light. Freedom of Information Act, a lot of YouTubers have been exercising that. That's why 1090 Jake is such a great content creator. During his time of doing time and stuff, that's how a lot of gangsters, that's how a lot of gangs would know who snitched and all that stuff. They knew how to get paperwork on you. They knew how to ask the right questions and stuff like that. And that man, that's what he specialized in. But Duke, this is one of the other guys. I don't know how much he told, but we'll find out when his statement come out. He probably was one of the hardest niggas out there on the street. But he ain't have to do nan bit of time. He might ain't do nothing serious though.
On the condition that he has to testify in regards to the call between him and Young Thug on January the 10th, 2015.
Martinez Arnold gets a deal, and a really light one, I might add. No additional time served, but he must take the stand.
The group chat camp
saying that like 4 or 5 other people and Jeffrey Williams were having a conversation, and Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, asked them, y'all ain't beat them up or got him yet? He's getting soft.
Young Thug's older brother Unfunk, who Thug bailed out from jail and mentioned on Dice Low rapping, told the lawyer my brother ain't.
Oh, the lawyer, my brother ain't going back to prison. I don't give a fuck if I gotta turn that nigga Jehovah Witness. That ain't that shit. This nigga just be catting, rapping and catting.
Ain't going back to prison. I don't give a f if I gotta turn that guy Jehovah Witness. He gets 10 years probation and no.
Young Thug's older brother, Unfo, Quatavius Grill, pleads guilty to RICO and receiving stolen property charges. Unfo had his 2-year sentence commuted to time served and 10 years probation. But what I believe, a lot of these cats gonna come up there on the stand and they gonna do all this, I don't recall and all kind of shit or whatever. But like they say, they can't make them answer anything that you know, they can't make them answer anything that's gonna incriminate themselves. But they can try to, you know what I'm saying, they can collaborate some stories. They're gonna be called snitches regardless. You come up there and talk to them before you're gonna be called a snitch. But most of these niggas gonna be locked up though, so for whatever the fuck they gonna say, it ain't gonna matter anyway. They're gonna have a jury have to see your ass up there in a brown jumpsuit and shackles. Nobody ain't gonna believe you.
No time served. Walter Murphy, or better yet DK, one of the 3 co-founders of YSL, he pleaded guilty to RICO charges and was sentenced to probation for 9 years and no time served.
I think that was the one that shot at Lil Wayne Bud. He got let out the same day as Gunna.
Via Stevens, infamously known as Tick, the YSL member who robs women, and mentioned in Thug's song You, where he raps, she getting robbed by Tick.
Nah, this bitch ass nigga rob women. That's all he do. And you got an even more bitch ass nigga that
And mentioned in Thug's song You,
that a rap about the type of nigga that rob women. Like, that shit cool. Man, please.
where he raps, she
Nigga gotta stab that, smack that shit every day that keep the bands on me. I'm a lick. If a nigga think I'm sweet, then the tongue getting split. I ain't doing any speeches unless you give me your bitch. I'm a fuck for the cash, then getting robbed by tits. Then she getting robbed by tits. This nigga saying niggas to rob bitches, man. Real snake shit. So when a nigga getting snaked that lived off of snaking folks, do you feel sorry for the nigga?
getting robbed by Tick.
You acknowledge that you've been accused of and arrested for women.
Yes.
You acknowledge that you are the same person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled You, in the verse She Getting Robbed by Tick.
Yes.
He was sentenced to probation for 8 years and no time served. He's also the third co-founder of YSL, Antonio Sumlin.
So pretty much all they do is just tell them what they did. Like, all right, man, yeah, I'm just telling them the truth. You're rapping about me. I ain't snitch. I just took my probation. Man, you know how hard it is for a nigga to go back to the cell and them folks told you, nigga, you can get out right now. You mean right now, right now? Right now. You mean after I've been sitting in here for a year, almost 6, 7, 8, 9, almost a year, and I ain't even been knowing when I'm gonna go to court, and you telling me with my signature, and if Thug decide to come to court, but if he take a plea, I ain't gotta come to court, right? Nah, you ain't gotta come to court then. But I can go home right now. After all that shit I did, and then all this shit to be over with, I go home right now. Nigga, 90% of motherfuckers with a brain would take that bill. I ain't lying.
Or better yet, YSL Obama. He, alongside Christian Eppinger, asked for permission from Young Thug himself to stab wife.
What that's saying.
He, alongside Christian Eppinger, asked for permission.
So these two dudes right here, apparently, I guess they got proof of it. Defendants Christian Eppinger, Antonio Summers, associates of YSL, did commit the felony offense of conspiracy to commit murder by discussing how to obtain permission of Slime, aka Jeffrey Williams, to make a second attempt to murder Rashawn Bennett, aka YFN Lucci. While Bennett was incarcerated at the Fulton County Jail, the first attempt to murder Rashawn Bennett being alleged in the act of 144 this count that was the violation code. So they had already, he had approved of them to get at Lucci. I guess he had a hit on his head. But when they didn't get him the first time, they like, man, shit, I don't know if he's gonna pay us to do it, you know, to try him again. Shit, we were supposed to get paid to do it that one time. If we can get him again, you still gonna pay us? So these niggas that got kind of desperate. Got a little sloppy with it. The first one, nobody wasn't expecting. Lucy had been in there for a while. You think these dudes ain't gonna tell who was paying that first hit? Man, please.
Mission from Young Thug himself to stab wife and Lucci when they were all locked up. They had that conversation with Thug over a jail-recorded telephone.
The first phone call was on February 22nd.
Hold on, this Wabbit, I ain't never heard that. This Wabbit discussed it over a jail phone? You gotta be a fool. No, it's dumb as hell. That dude in this interrogation right. So stupid as a motherfucker.
In 2022, Your Honor. And this is a phone call by one of the co-defendants, Christian Eppinger. That individual called this defendant asking permission from a person known as Slime, whether or not he would have permission to harm Wyatt and Lucci, also known as Richard Pitt.
He was sentenced to 15 years on probation and
so Obama, which is his, I guess his name, pled guilty to RICO, participation in criminal street gang activity, 2 counts of conspiracy to commit a crime. He was sentenced to 15 years of probation. They gotta know he coming back, so salute Musa Brown.
no time served.
No time served. Of course.
And finally, Antonio Sledge, or Monk Tunk. He's the YSL member who claims to have personal knowledge of Young Thug taking his trigger man on vacation to Miami after Nut's demise back in 2015.
Now, this is a guy that probably will come up a little later once his interview come up. And, you know, they'll probably talk about how he snitched and everything. They picking and choosing who they want to. Most of these guys told. Every one of them guys that had something to do with killing that dude Nut, they told they rolled. Because what it was, he put a hit out for him, but hell, that hit money big gone. You look, 10, 15 bands. If that money been gone.
Number 10, defendant has personal knowledge that on January 10, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL Associates traveled to Miami, Florida with co-defendant and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug.
He was sentenced to 15 years on probation and
another dude just getting 15 years probation. Now, what they gonna say when they come to get their testimony? All they gotta do is ask, hey, on this night, did all y'all go to Miami? Did you go to Miami? Who paid for it? Young Thug, Young Thug, Young Thug. If that dude admit that he murdered that dude and Young Thug paid him to do it, oh yeah, it's a wrap for him.
And he's more than ready to squeal on the stand if he must. And lastly, the 2 YSL rappers who took Alfred plea deals, Slam Life Shorty and Sergio Gunna Kitchens. An Alfred plea means both Gunna and Slam Life Shorty take a guilty plea but maintain their innocence.
Now, all of these guys took this alpha plea, supposedly to maintain their innocence, but they're gonna come and testify what they know. They're gonna ask Gunna, when we pulled you over, was any of that methamphetamine? Was that gun? Was any of that yours? Nope. Is YSL a gang? Yeah. Have you seen them? Do you know any criminal activity? Yeah. So they're gonna have to bring up the exact criminal activity that they know that he know about. Whatever it is he told them, they're gonna have to bring up the situation so he can say that he knew about it to prove that. And being that they got him by the balls, he don't want to do that little bit of time.
in the fear that they could otherwise be convicted by a jury if they took it to trial. And after all the evidence prosecutors may present to the jury, ranging from Nuts Tombstone being sprayed sled.
I don't think y'all niggas got more than us. Blood, who wrote this blood? I probably had it before slime. And we also wrote Tombstone.
Why?
This nigga just.
Blood, who wrote this blood? I probably had it before slime. And we also
wrote on a nigga tombstone. I mean, you don't need nobody to snitch if you gonna snitch on yourself. And you see what they put on the man's tombstone, slack. I told y'all that lingo.
YFN Lucci's mother having her life endangered, and Young Thug using that to taunt his ops.
and he pull up in front of him.
Shout out to man mama house. You think somebody innocent ain't gonna get killed or liable to get killed when you shoot up a man mama house?
Now, they pull up like right here. They was just shooting it like, sideways behind the car in the street. They was in the street though shooting because that's why all the shell was.
And Slime.
That ain't directing that at the person that you trying to get at. That's shooting at any innocent person that could be in that direction.
Paying for the rental car used in Nuts' murder. I believe the final nail in King Slime's coffin may be this lyric.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body.
Which could maybe this lyric.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that.
King Slime's coffin may be this lyric.
I never killed anybody.
Like I say, do you need anybody to snitch on you? If you gonna snitch on your damn self? I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. I killed his man in front of his mama. I killed his man in front of his mama. Wow.
But I got something to do with that body.
Which could be used to convince the jury beyond doubt that Jeffrey Lamar Williams is the eye on the pyramid that is YSL.
Like you rappers, like the artists, if you don't want to be an artist, take it to the streets. But don't bring the dump in the game trying to prove that you're fucking real. And while you proving that you're gonna finesse yourself out of position and out of opportunity that can change your family and generations in your family life. Y'all getting money never got, Thug. But don't wait until it's too late and you got that phone, that burner phone, and you on Instagram, and I done told you how your life gonna go.
And they're going.
And now you got 60 fucking years.
That's real. Let's get
Now that was a cold bar. Y'all think that man having dreams of that shit every fucking night, hearing that shit every night? That was a cold bar. But I'm gonna get into the second half of that interrogation on the next live. I'm gonna stop this live right here because I'm gonna go ahead and get something to eat. I've been drinking on this yak a little bit. But I appreciate everybody pulling up. I'm going to pull up one more time for the night, and we'll do the second half of this interrogation video. So y'all look for the live, set your notifications to all. Make sure you hit the like button. That helps out. It's Ears to the Street with me, 912. I'm out your area.